This tutorial is going to show you how to give a user access to the database on your network. First, the user needs to be in the TradeSchool database. Go to the Users module and either find their record or create a new one. For this example, I'm going to create a new user for our TradeSchool database. Now that I've added a new user to the database, I go to the Security tab. Because this over here says the user's name, I know that these security settings are going to be affecting the current user record that I'm accessing. I want to give them access to TradeSchool, so I check the box that says Allow TradeSchool Access. Then I type in their username, which they will use to log in, and I give them a password. Now that they have a username and a password, they can log into TradeSchool. However, they will not see any of the modules on the left-hand side. To give them access to modules, click on the Modules tab and select the ones from the list to assign them so that the user can access them. When a user has access to a module, you'll see it under the list on the right-hand side. I'm going to give this person access to 2 modules. Once you've given them access to the modules, when they log in, they'll see them over here on the left. But there are also some privileges that you can give users. By default, a person has access to just about any of the data in the module. But there are some special privileges that you may or may not want to give them. For instance, in the user database, you may not want to give them the ability to delete a user record. When you delete a user record, it deletes any of the related information for that user, including any of their related application information or apprenticeship or training information. That is a very powerful feature in TradeSchool because you don't have to keep all the related data for a person cleaned up. Once you delete it, it deletes all their information, but it's also very dangerous. There's a privilege under the Users module that says allow them to delete a user record. If they can delete a user record or this privilege has been assigned to them, it will show up down at the bottom of the list. To add that feature or that privilege, click the plus sign. To remove it, click it down under the list and click minus. Now you've removed that privilege that you just assigned. To assign all the privileges available for that module, just select the module from their list and click the plus sign at the bottom. Then, if you want to remove only specific privileges, you can scroll down on the list, select the ones that are there that you want to remove, and click the minus button. Now let's go ahead and log in as our user and see what the results are. The first thing TradeSchool does is it prompts me as that new user to enter in my own password. So while you gave that user a password, they are going to be prompted to change it. In this way, they get to specify their own password and the system is that much more secure. Notice that I only have access to the 2 modules on the left-hand side, and I didn't have the privilege to be able to delete a user. This concludes our tutorial on how to give a user access to the TradeSchool software.